FA presents The Inner Circle.
And away we go!
Starring Coach Ant and Coach Rel.
Do you have any so where you at with K through 12? Do you have any how can I put this?
Talk to me.
Cause you sit next to an admin,
Yeah.
right? And I know as a black man, I know you kind of like pick of the litter, right? They look at you and they go, I need you up here somewhere, right? How many people on a daily basis say you need to be a principal?
All the time.
I can only imagine. So what's stopping you from taking on that work?
Bro, I don't want to do that shit, bro. Like, respectfully. That's respectfully. And look.
I can see it on you.
Bro, so look.
It's in them.
Time out.
I can see it on.
Here's why. My dad passed when I was 4. So my mom raised all 5 of us by herself. And so, like, shout out to my mom. She's like the dopest person in the world to me. I didn't have my dad physically. And there are times where my mom was here physically, but she wasn't here mentally or emotionally. Again, raising 5 kids in Camden by yourself, I can only imagine how scared she was on minimal resources. Money wasn't, like our best friend. And so like I look at, because my mom had to wear so many hats, had to be mom, had to be dad in a sense, between basketball, football, baseball, from 6th grade to 12th grade, I probably had over 150 games. You guess how many games she been to?
5.
Man, probably what, 2?
I wish.
3.
2.
My last basketball game, my last football game. Why do I say this? I would have went a lot harder in sports had my parents been there to support me. And so like I had a very minimal relationship with my mom, obviously, and my dad, again, since I was 4. And so there would be times where I would get off of work and it's like, damn, like I'm here home. Now I live by myself. But I'm not always present because I'm thinking about work. You said before we started shooting, your day starts at 7:30? You don't get home till like 4 or 5 sometimes?
Well, I leave work at 5 and then I go to the gym.
Oh, all right.
So it's just like I get home around 8 o'clock.
So again, like I want to be the dopest father in the world, bro. Like I'm like LeVar Ball, Coach Prime, Bron. Like I ain't missing shit, bro. Like, and so the way I want to turn out my life is so that once I get home, I'm home, bro. Like, and as a principal, you're in charge of 300, 400, 500 kids, plus your staff. Plus, there are back to school nights for report card nights. You might have to go to the high school championship game or whatever. I need to be as present at home as possible, and work gonna have to take the back seat. Again, this is all coming from the perspective of a 29-year-old man who my dad passed away when I was 4, and my mom did the best she could, but there was only so much she could do. And so like I know how I feel having a minimal relationship with my parents that I would have wanted. I don't want my kids to go through the same thing. So charity starts at home. Again, like I can feel comfortable knowing that the student who called me big bro or father figure, if you could save one, your job is done. I have another student who does aviation. He fixed airplanes in South Carolina. That's like my little brother. I have another student who he has his CDLs. That's like my other little brother. I can name off 10s and 20 students. So like I'm comfortable knowing that I had that impact, and now it's time for me to be selfish for the family I'm going to create. So administration, fuck no, I ain't doing that, bro. Respectfully.
I was gonna say too, higher end admin jobs are cutthroat. So when things hit the fan, one of the principals like one of the first to go, because the turnout. You gotta blame somebody. I know when I was in high school, we had 4 or 5 principals in my time there. So I had a different principal every year. So yeah, I get. And they're not as hands-on. So you like that connection with the kids. Your principal ain't. You may see them at graduation.
Gotcha. Okay. Go ahead.
I could totally disagree with that. It depends on the staff and admin team that you work with and the community that you all want to build together.
You built it? You built it.
We've all built it.
Okay.
But
I built this shit.
So you in there like Joe Clark. All right.
I'm very hands-on. The head of the school, she's very hands-on. We're always, if you see one, you see the other. Like, we're always present. I make sure I'm present because I want to know what's going on in the school. If a parent come up and I don't know what's going on, that's a problem for me. So me personally, as a person in admin, I make sure I'm around at all times. And you find a balance with that. Not every school is like that. And I understand that. Not every principal, not every administration is like that. But me personally, I make sure that I'm present and I'm communicating at all times, because I've assessed that over time that a lot of administrators, they don't know what's going on in the schools. A parent could come up very angry and they don't even know what's going on at no point of the day. But where I'm currently at, we all locked in. That anybody, you could ask like, what's going on with this student? Anybody can speak for that, because we communicate and we're present. I have to make sure I'm present. Like, it's very important.
I was
to
gonna
me.
say, but that sounds like a rarity from the school. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a great thing though. I wish it was more like that.
I make sure I'm present, because there are cases where if you don't know what's going on, you know how crazy you look. You know how crazy you look.
Yeah,
You
that makes
look
sense.
crazy. Like, how don't you know what's going on in your school?
So I got a question. I'm just curious about something. So like a lot of times I'll be hearing like when it comes to teachers or like the education, it be very like Boys and Girls Club, very messy. So I have a question. Did y'all ever have like work wives or work husbands, or did y'all ever like mess
See
with?
it?
Huh?
I was gonna say, do they see it?
Yeah. Have y'all ever seen it?
Me personally, the way I carry myself and my demeanor and my character, no one ever said, "Oh, she's my work wife." No, I'm not.
Have you ever seen it?
In school spaces, yes, like, "Oh, I'm gonna bring you this today. I'm gonna bring you that today." But it gets so messy because now children are watching, and they're like, such and such. Now there are rumors. Now you're upset because you displayed this inside the school building, and now you're upset. But you started it.
That's crazy.
You get what I'm saying? But me personally, we not doing that. 'Cause
Okay. What
we
about
not.
you?
I've seen it. I've seen it, and it's crazy because like kids, bro. Like
The kids.
when the kids find out about whatever, what?
It's up.
And bro, kids be ruthless, bro.
It's up.
Like, and it's crazy because like the kids will tell you shit. Feel me? Yo, Mr. Mills, you heard about such and such? Like, bro, the kids will tell you shit, bro. That should be crazy. That should be crazy. I've seen it.
Okay. What about you?
Have I seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was in school, when I was in the school, I seen it heavy. I seen it not just between teachers, but I seen it between parents and teachers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Teachers getting the one up. You know, parents getting the one up for their kid. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit, wildin'.
Yeah, coming in, bringing gifts for the teachers. Like, and then I was gonna say one of the things I've seen throughout a lot of schools, conferences. I would be.
Oh man, I heard about that.
Yeah, I didn't seen
Oh,
and I didn't
conferences?
heard when it got back that conferences, teacher conferences, like down in like Atlantic City, or when they go out up north to a big conference and they have to stay and they got to stay over.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I would be I would be highly aware of your wife or your husband if they go into these things.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's but it's kind of like any profession to me that you guys spend a lot of time together. Like there's some family elements to it. Like you got, some staff that you probably really close to see as like a family member, but then you got the other side of it where you see it as a relationship, right? So it's governing that. And then like you said, one of the biggest things is I've seen it where the kids have pushed the agenda for these two people to be together. Like Mr. So-and-so, it's a pizza party. Mr. So-and-so, we're going to send this to Mrs. So-and-so because we know, you know what I'm saying? So they be setting it up. I was going to ask, one of my questions that I had was, what is it like? Cause you guys are in a profession where there's a time, but there's really none of time. So how does your dating life work inside of that? Like being, an admin and being a teacher, like how does that shape and look like?
And bro, like smiling. And
Why are you gonna look at me? Go ahead.
man, I got a girl, bro. She's solid. Like I fuck with her heavy, bro. She's solid.
How long y'all been together?
Before she was in the picture though.
So
How long y'all been together?
shit, I should know this.
Oh no, never mind.
Nah.
Cut this
We gonna cut that. We
No,
gonna,
no. I'm fucking. November last year.
Okay, so
Yeah.
okay, got you.
What was your question?
but in the midst before that,
What about it?
You're a good looking guy. I mean, the majority of the staff inside of a school is women.
Oh, I mean, bro, that should be crazy, bro. Like, I mean, they definitely shoot their shots at you.
How'd you keep that balance to keep it work like professional?
You gotta give niggas a stiff arm, bro. Feel me? Like, that shit get crazy, bro.
What's the craziest thing they ever said to you, or you ever heard?
More so, women like they'll flirt in very subtle ways.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, I had this one teacher. She told me, I wear slim fit like khakis and shit.
Okay,
Shirts.
I see where this is going.
Oh, Mr. Mills, I like the way your legs look.
That's a wild compliment. I like the way your legs look. Crazy.
But yeah, whatever. But no, it happens, bro. It happens more than you would think. And then like I'm young, black, whatever. Like it happens often.
What about admin? Admin tried to.
Yeah.
Okay, and you know they can elevate you.
Nah, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it.
Oh, all right.
Bro, like.
What about you?
Well, me.
It's the subtle smile of destruction over there.
When I was in a relationship, it worked because you communicate your time, your schedule. There's a time and a place we're gonna,
Was this a
vibe
fellow
out.
teacher?
No, this was outside of the education. We don't want to mix.
That's some wild bulls.
I'm just asking.
I'm not mixing.
Okay.
I don't want to mix. I like to go to work and have that, okay, this is my work people. And then when I'm outside of work, I can talk to you about something else.
So I got a question for you then. What if he really was a good guy? So he's of the faith, because you said you're big on God. So he's of the faith. When you've been in the school, let's say some time passed, it's been like a year, you've seen other women interested in him, but he's displayed no interest in them, and he's been trying to court you, and he's been doing subtle little jabs, and you may laugh it off, but he had keeping that work professional relationship, but he's been about you. You really wouldn't give him a shot?
That's a great question. I don't know because I like to keep that boundary there. It's hard because you like to keep boundaries. Like you don't want to go to work and then I'm upset at you and you upset at me and I don't feel like talking to you right now. I don't even want to see you right now because you got me upset last night. I have to remain professional, but I got to see you right now. Opposed to you, where you at? I'm where I'm at. I could get through my day just not knowing I'm not going to see you till I get home later. Like, I don't know.
Man, she trying to be politically correct.
Okay, it sounds like she blocking that blessing. The whole time we talking about not blocking blessings. God then put this man, he gave you the job, then he got this man the job, and you see him, he's a good man.
He might be a good man, Savannah.
You ever tried it before?
What?
With a teacher?
With a teacher, no, but there was a friend. He's now we don't speak, but when we were, educator friends, we would say.
Okay, so you worked at the same school.
We worked at different schools.
Okay.
And
where y'all meet at?
The conference.
This guy.
the teacher conference.
If they met at the conference, nothing can walk out, bro.
What happens at the conference stays at the conference.
Was it a conference?
No. He came to my school and he did not stay very long. And we communicated with each other. He seemed very nice. So I'm like, okay, he seemed like you said. I was curious, Georgia. So
I'm curious.
I was curious. He was curious, but it didn't go anywhere. So it was just like, we just remained friends.
All right. So now that we're on the topic of dating, we just end it. We'll end it. We can end it here, right?
Sure.
Yeah, we'll end it here. So on the topic of dating, you said you're in a relationship and you're in the pursuit of having someone court you the right way. What does that look like for both of you? And how did you end up being with the person you're with now? What qualities does she display that you was like, this is gonna work?
Bro, man, she great, bro. Like, she's kind, she's sincere, thoughtful. Like, bro, man, she just so great, bro. Like, she's so soft and sensitive and nurturing. The total opposite of what I was taught growing up in Camden. She comes from a great household. Mom and dad, her parents were married for 30 years. Real family oriented.
Was that important for you? The 30, like her seeing that relationship?
It was very helpful. Yes, absolutely. Because like every player needs a coach. So she needs to be coached on how to be a wife. You don't just wake up knowing how to do it. You need lived examples on a daily basis. And so that was important. Knowing how to be submissive to a man's leadership. knowing how to be a woman to a man, like all that shit was important. And I'll give you an example. So me and her dad are tight. He considers me his future son-in-law. Like that's my guy.
That's what's up.
He works out with me on the weekend, Saturdays and Sundays. Was at the gym earlier, and we had worked out yesterday. But I want to say last weekend, we were at her parents' house, and me and her dad were having drinks. She made our drinks, served him his drink, served me my drink, and it's like, yo, just seeing her be a woman to me and be a daughter, like that shit is amazing, bro. Like knowing that she comes from an environment where love was abundant, it was healthy. That's important because you'll emulate, what you saw on a day-to-day basis. So I needed someone who knew what healthy love was, and she is that. We have very similar morals and values. She loves kids. She worked. She was like a supervisor at the Boys and Girls Club. The kids like loved her. And again, like I love kids. That's important to me, knowing that we have that in common. She has a spiritual faith, like that's important to me as well. Like, yo, it's crazy. Like everything I asked God for, He gave me and her. And it's like, bro, like,
That's so nice.
bro, she's solid, bro. She's great,
Okay,
bro.
Sound
like marriage is
on the
horizon.
I'm gonna have to officiate it.
Yeah, bro. I say like, and it's crazy, bro. She might watch this eventually, so I ain't gonna say it. But me and her dad have a very good relationship, and like, I could see myself marrying her probably like next year. Or
Okay, my boy went ring shopping. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, bro, feel me?
But the smile is giving it all, bro.
I'm hearing ring shopping.
Like,
you heard?
genuinely happy for you,
Appreciate
bro.
it, bro.
That's what's up.
I'm hearing approval from Pops.
Yeah,
But
solid.
speaking before we go to G, I wanted to go to you because you said something that I think will spark a lot of controversy, especially in today's atmosphere. You said the word submissive and things like that. How important it was for you to be with a black woman, or is that something
what, bro? Shit, what they say? If she can't bring it home, don't bring her home. Feel me? Like,
Yo.
nah, let me stop. I'm joking, but I'm serious. But like, nah, like that's important. Again, family. We have a barbecue. I want to listen to some Frankie Beverly and Maze. We not listening to no. Yeah. Like that stuff is important. I'm saying we get married. I want to serve, some salmon, chicken, and stuff like that. We not about to be like we season our shit. So like, respect again. Like, I'm joking, but I'm serious. But nah, it's important, bro. Like, I'm a black man in America. My wife has to be a black woman in America so she can teach my daughter what it means to be a black woman in America. To help me teach what our son and our kids are gonna, what that plight is like. So, bro, that's 1,000% like important for me to be with a black woman, bro.
do you feel as though for the women that you dated in the past, that on a comparative level, what things would you say that didn't adhere to your relationship lasting the full length of time?
Well, comparison is a thief of joy. I ain't even trying to go there with it, bro. I'd rather just focus on my situation.
Yeah.
You
I
trying to lie
like
me
this guy.
up,
Yeah.
bro? You feel me?
Hold on, bro. Remember the first play of the
When you
the
see
beginning
this,
of the
that man
episode?
loves you. You heard? He loves
Beginning of
you.
the episode, I'm gonna get back to that
Talk
question.
to it. What was the question?
So I'm just saying, was there something that you seen in like a commonality in the relationships prior as to why they didn't work versus?
Yeah, bro, the commonality was me. Like, I can choose to be a victim or a victor. I could say she did this, she did that, or the third one did that, but the constant was me. My limited beliefs, my fears caused me to pick a certain woman. And then once I clearly identified what space I was operating in, I could, make the choice to do something different. Well, they say if you're not changing it, you're choosing it. So by changing, my past trajectory, I actively chose what was good for me. So yeah, I saw the pattern. I could tell you what it was, but again, that pattern was more so about me and where I was at. And I'm just glad that I have the hindsight. I don't operate in that scarcity space, and I can love abundantly.
Thank you for answering. I'm happy for you. I'm glad that you found a fruitful relationship.
Feel me?
Now on to the next. How you feeling? Where you at in life?
Still currently dating, as you would say, waiting for God to provide that, whoever it is. I desire a partner that is thirsty for God. Like, understand that when we're together, we're going to pray. We're going to have times where, we communicate, someone that is soft. Oh, someone that is emotionally regulated. Like, you're not angry all the time. And if you are angry, how are we going to talk this through? You know, someone who is family orientated, someone of, you know, respectful, loving, and ready for their heart to be open to receive love. That's big for me. Like, if you're not open to receive love, then you should continue to heal. Because when you meet somebody and you really like them, you want them to be open to what you got going on, and, you know, vice versa. So I think that's I'm a very intentional person. So if we're gonna date, we gotta be on the same level. We gotta have the same understanding that if we're gonna do this, this is how we're gonna do it. A, B, C, E, F, G. Like, I just want to be on the same page with someone.
So you seem like a very intentional woman. Where is someone like you? Where are you looking? Do you put yourself in positions for this guy to be able to find you? Or are you just saying God will put this person in my life? Or are you positioning yourself?
Well, I go out different places, different spaces. I'm not looking. I'm like, if it happens organically, it just happens organically.
Okay.
You know, right place, right time, right person.
Okay. Now here's something that we always end with, something that we want y'all to do. That's y'all camera right there, right in the middle. We want y'all to give our friendly advice to your younger self. Right? We start with Harvey. What's something that you would tell your younger self?
Younger self. Damn. How much time I got?
That's your camera right there. Don't go into that
Shit,
camera and speak to him.
Damn. Bro, it's so much, bro. My younger self. What age? Give me that. What
You can
age?
start from
I'll
wherever.
give you 1-7.
7. Age 7. Your younger self. Fuck. What the hell would I tell me at 7 years old? I think I did it. Like, I chose not to be a follower at 7 years old. All my friends, his little brother, we all had a common goal.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to go to college. We wanted to do something to, you know, propel ourselves to be where we wanted to be. And my circle of friends now, we all doing dope shit professionally.
Yes, y'all are.
My one homie a nurse.
Yeah.
My other homie is in tech. My other homie is an accountant. My other homie is an educator. Like, birds of a feather flock together. So the homies that, you know, I had in high school that wasn't doing certain shit, I had to trim the fat. So everything that I would have told myself, especially growing up in Camden, being at such an impressionable environment, bro, you did it. Feel me? Like, you good. Feel me?
Thank you. What would you tell your younger self? That's your camera right there in the middle.
I'm so proud of you, Jakara, because you never stopped being kind to others when others weren't being kind to you. And as I become older, and I'm just a positive person, no matter what happens, I always have a positive outlook. And I've always think that bit by bit, all things get better. So at a 7-year-old, you going through life and you're thinking like, wow, everybody is not so kind. And because they're not so kind, you don't ever stop being kind. So even as this adult, in my mindset and who I am, I'm not ever going to stop being kind, because somebody needs a kind person. And that's who I am.
All right. And then you guys get a question each, if you have one, to ask either Anthony or myself, or both of us. If you have a question. If you don't, it's okay.
All right. Question. Oh, you want to go first?
God, I'm thinking.
All right.
This is both of us?
Yeah. I mean, whoever want to answer it.
Okay.
What area am I asking this question in? Is
It
it
can be anything.
You guys is
anything? All right. So this is actually a question I asked my students the other day.
Mhm.
What does it look like for y'all to operate at 100% daily?
But what is it for us to operate at 100% daily?
Daily. What are you doing? What is that? What is
so
that?
you don't want a
activity?
routine.
Yeah.
Walk you through the day. You go first.
Optimally, like this is currently, so this is what I'm doing now. So I work overnight, so I go from my overnight straight to the gym, go to the gym, come home, shower, eat, get ready to go to my other job. While I'm at my other job, I prep time in there. So what I'm doing now is I'm currently Anthony sparked something that was in me before, where it was was writing books, or I had an idea for a book, but now because of his children's book that he's working on, it inspired me to go out and finish mine. So while I'm at work, I'll fill in spaces and work on my book. And then once I get off, get back to the crib, work on my book, work on our business, OFA, go through ideas, talk to Aunt, and then probably get a nap in. Try and steal some sleep. Sometimes I can't, but I try and steal some sleep and then get ready for my overnight.
Damn, seem like you don't.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, hustler.
And I've been trying right now, bro.
Yeah,
I got
hustling.
plans.
Oh wow.
I know that's right.
Yeah, hustler. The first thing I do when I wake up is I remind myself of how God protected me the day before. That's extremely important to me because it helps me with gratitude. And then I pray. I tell God to give me my assignments for the day, and I don't move until He gives it to me. One thing about me, and He'll tell you just with talking on the like daily, I don't like doing stuff that's not in my wheelhouse. So like I'll tell him this not a me thing.
That's fact.
Like I'll tell him that quickly. I can't tell you how many people I tell on a daily basis I don't got the capacity for this. So I also like I gauge my capacity level for the day. Some days I can't show up 100%. Like I try to, but some days you just naturally just can't. So that's how I start my day. After that, I jump right into the mental health stuff. I'm in my word. I take naps. He'll tell you that too. Like one thing I'm gonna do is take a nap. So I take a nap every day. You know how like the kindergartens got cot time? Like I always had that in my life. It don't matter what's going on during the day. I'm just going to take a nap. That's my way to like reset just in the middle of the day. I'm a hot tea drinker, so somewhere in there I'm gonna have some hot tea. My children book as well. Start writing on my
Kids don't even read no more, bro.
Yeah, they don't.
That's why you writing a book.
I am a reader.
Books.
Word.
I'm a reader.
I'm
an avid reader too. I read. And then I find I don't watch TV. I haven't had a TV in my house in like 10 years. So I do puzzles. Like I sit there and do puzzles and stuff like that. And then after that, I probably watch battle rap or something. Something like that.
Word.
That's about it though. And then like I'm optimistic. So whatever in my brain I want to do, I pretty much go do it. For the most part.
Word.
Yeah. That's how my day goes.
You got a question?
Any questions?
This is for you both can answer this. What does a healthy relationship look like to you, and how do you make sure you're not easily tempted by the outside world?
Well, a healthy relationship to me look like one, the woman has to understand like the calling that's on my life. I think one thing that's like when it comes to me, I think one thing that's overlooked is how much spiritual warfare you're gonna get by just standing next to me. Because of what I do on a daily basis, and because of my calling on my life, spiritual warfare comes all the time. It just look easy because I'm just like a calm, collective dude. But as the woman standing next to me and doing ministry, warfare gonna come your way. And if you don't know how to handle that, and also 95% of those that support me are women. So if you insecure, that's not gonna work either. By the way.
You talking to somebody out there?
It's like in my brain, so I'm just like processing it, like in my head. So those two things is probably the most those two things, and also understanding that time don't correlate to love. I think that's important to know too.
Big one.
Because if I only got it's 24 hours in a day, yeah, but you add the nap in and you add all the other important stuff that I do, the puzzles, right? If I only got like 24 minutes to give you and I give you all 24 minutes, please respect it. Like honor that. You know what I mean? Like, honor that. Because I think, and I don't like to speak for all men, but the real actually says this all the time. It's trade-offs, right? So if you want a man that's productive, 9 times out of 10, he gonna be a busy man. That man also gonna have boundaries, like Harvey said, in order to provide that time. But that time is not always gonna be sketched in stone or how much time you actually give. So I think understanding like what you asking God for, and then as a woman, and then preparing for that, just to fit into the lifestyle. Because my lifestyle is wild. I'm crazy.
This boy talking that day. What you got, bro?
Mine is a healthy relationship for me. The first thing she got to accept is, and I had to become really good at explaining this. What Ann said is time. You're not gonna have access to my time. I'm not gonna be one of them boyfriends where like I enjoy laying up with you. I really do. But it's just when we have that privilege, we got to be grateful for that time that we had. It's not going to be, oh, this Saturday we did that, so next Saturday that's guaranteed. I also look at it from that way from my partner, right? Like I don't owe you that. You don't owe me that time, right? We should try and make time for each other. It's very important, but I'm trying to accomplish things. So I need somebody that understands that I'm busy. So I would say that one of the two things that are fundamental for me in a healthy relationship is her understanding that time is not always going to be there, but it doesn't mean I don't cherish you. And in that time I'm missing you. And then loyalty would be the second piece of that time, because don't try and fulfill that time with another person while I'm absent, because that's going to destroy. It's gonna destroy what you are to me, right? Like, I'd rather you say, at this time, the person I'm looking for, I need time, and you can't give me that, so just walk away. But don't destroy my image of you, right? Because we can still be friends, but if you destroy that image of me, I don't want anything to do with you. And we can still bless each other with opportunities. Like I said, me and Ant work very hard, so I try and position the people in my life that I already have ideas for you. If you accept the idea or not, it's on you. But I'm trying to position myself where I can give that idea that I have envisioning for you and give it to you. But if you destroy that image, I'm not going to do that. Because it's not that I'm being vindictive or jealous or envious. It's that if I couldn't trust you behind my back with our relationship, I can't trust you with our business. Right. So
we're standing on business, man.
That's good. I do got one more question for y'all too, because it's just on my mind. It's pressing on my mind. When y'all in y'all classrooms or in the hallways, when y'all see like bullying happening, how important is it to step in?
Very important.
Okay, let's do this. Is it because there's some people in this room? Raise your hand if you ever was bullied and a teacher overlooked it. So teachers overlook bullying in school. So when y'all see it, or let me phrase this another way. Have you ever seen somebody being bullied and the teacher did not step in?
No. This may sound a little fucked up, but like, I think that bullying, again, I graduated in 13. I was born in 95. I think that bullying in previous generations carries a different meaning now. Like now, I think that kids should tease each other, should like crack on each other a little bit. Like that creates a healthy sense of like a resilience, it creates a sense of normalcy. Yo, your sneak's fucked up. Like it develops thick skin is what I'm trying to say. Mm-hmm. And I think that we're sending a lot of young people off in the world who don't have that resilience to deal with life challenges because you weren't challenged by your peers. Now, if it's like if he giving you a wedgie every day, giving you a swirly, like violating you that bad, all right, cool, definitely step in. But like just kid stuff, I think kids should be kids more. That's my 2 cents to that. I don't see any bullying now. Kids that rarely happens. Kids are soft nowadays, bro. Like,
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cyberbullying is really a thing now.
Yeah, okay.
But just deactivate your shit, bro. Like, yeah.
Okay. What about you?
I haven't seen any teachers overlook bullying, but I've seen it with my own eyes. And when it does happen, I'm calling a parent. I'm writing a statement. We're doing a restorative on what you should say, what you shouldn't say, and how are you going to move forward. If you want to be friends, if you don't want to be friends, this is what we're going to do moving forward. Like, I'm going to break it down from each perspective. I'm going to let you talk. I'm going to let you talk. We're going to call your mom. We're going to break it all the way down. So if this happens again, now you're really doing that on purpose. Now is larger consequences for what you're continuously doing to a person where we just had a conversation about it, saying that they do not like something. It's levels to bullying. Because if you continuously coming in the classroom like, ha ha, you ugly, or and I don't like that, why you keep doing that? That's not fair to me. And that's not even like a thick skin that's like, now you trying to tear me down. Like, it's levels to like, okay, you didn't put it on today. Your outfit is whack. Ha ha ha. So you're going to say that every day I come into the classroom and I told you I don't like that. So you got to teach the kids that's bullying. And where's your respect at? You don't respect me at this point. Mm-hmm. It's a thin line between bullying and roasting. Because I feel like bullying is you consistently doing something that I don't like to hurt my feelings. It's way past roasting. It's way past roasting. I'm
Okay.
sorry, but I feel like it's
all
levels
good.
to
Okay.
bullying. It's levels to it. Roasting is okay, we crack jokes, you my friend, and I could roast you. But bullying is you straight up violating me every day. We're not friends.
Yeah.
And now you want me to call my mother. You want me to call my mother or
That's
my
that
father
New
or
York-
somebody.
yeah.
Yeah, like
The
you want me
Brooklyn
to get
came
somebody
out, yeah. The
for
Brooklyn
you.
came out. She said, "Call my mother."
Like
Yeah.
it's levels. It's levels to bullying, and I feel like bullying is different from roasting. I could roast you because you my friend. You could roast me because I'm your friend. But you intentionally doing something that I told you that I don't like, and you trying to make me cry. We not doing that.
Okay. All right. That's it. All right. So that's another episode of Our Friendly Advice. I thank y'all for coming out. This was the teacher edition. They did an amazing job, man. Y'all continue to, all the educators out there, y'all continue to teach to the best of your ability. I know sometimes your circumstances get hard, but you was put here as a superhero to just help the kids just become better. Y'all enjoy your day. What's up, y'all? If y'all like with this conversation that we've been having, the inner circle, man, first of all, if you want to be a guest, feel free to hit us up, man. We're going to look into your credentials, see who you are. If you fit the criteria, then feel free to sit down on this couch right here, the hot seat. And another thing, like, subscribe, and lock in with us on all social media platforms, Our Friendly Advice. And to visit our website is ourfriendlyadvice.net. You can book us there. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day.